Welcome to the Hobart Commuter. Some interesting news in the world of commuting this week. Effective from January 29, motorcycles will be allowed to lane filter in Tasmania. Now I want to talk about what that means exactly, and also what it might mean for cyclists such as us. Actually, mainly what it's going to mean for myself. Another point of interest around this is the way in which the local paper reported the change. So, the headline reporting on this government announcement was motorcyclists cleared to weave through traffic. Now, the verb weave means to move or to twist and turn from side to side, okay? Now, essentially, that is not what motorcycles are going to be doing when they filter. And here's the star of the show here. Just let him go through. So essentially what motorcycles will be doing is going essentially straight between two lanes of traffic. I suspect either the writer of the article or the editor chose to use the word weave because it's a more exciting verb. It kind of conjures that image of some kind of high-speed pursuit where the getaway car is recklessly weaving through the traffic. Just going to step in here. All right, yeah, but I'm digressing. Let's just define three terms first to understand what this new road rule means. I want to define lane filtering, lane splitting, and what's called undertaking. Okay, lane filtering and lane splitting are essentially the same thing. The only difference is the speed of the cars through which the motorcycle is filtering or moving through. If they're stationary or moving very slowly, that's defined as filtering. If they're moving faster than very slowly, that is defined as splitting. In Australia, it's defined, or it's delineated at around 30 kilometres an hour. Not around 30 kilometres an hour, at 30 kilometres an hour. So lane splitting is illegal in Australia, but lane filtering is legal in most states, and now Tasmania has adopted that. Undertaking is what cyclists commonly do. So undertaking, lane splitting or lane filtering down the right-hand side. Motorcyclists could move up down the right-hand side. Lane filtering, or undertaking rather, is cyclists moving down the left. So I'm on the left lane and I come up the left-hand side. Okay, so check it out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lane split here. So this is what a motorcycle can do. It can move between two lanes of traffic. This is actually illegal for bicycles to do this. We can only move down the left. I'll just do this once. Promise I never break the law. So it's illegal for motorcyclists to undertake, okay? For obvious reasons. It's quite a dangerous activity, and anyone who cycles will know this. If you're moving along between a lane and parked cars, or a lane and the sidewalk, there's a great risk of being doored. So somebody opening the door. There's a higher risk of a pedestrian just walking out in front of you. And probably most crucially, cars when they're in the left-hand lane are not expecting anyone to come up on their left-hand side. Very easy to get left hooked. So they're not allowing motorcyclists to do that. Bicycles are not as well allowed to lane filter. Okay, it's illegal for us to lane filter what I just did before. And the reason for that is we have to stay within the marked line. We can't split the lane, if you like. Okay, so what does this mean for cyclists? Well, probably very little. Like I said, because motorcyclists can't undertake and cyclists can't lane filter, it means the two of us will actually still be kept quite separate. But I want to make two observations that I think are going to actually impact on cyclists. Number one, I like to leave a lot of space when I ride in the traffic in front of me, and also because I don't take up as much space because I'm a cyclist. And yeah, I leave a lot of space because my braking is not as good as a car's. Okay, so it takes me a lot longer to stop going the same speed than a car would. Now, what's going to happen when a motorcyclist is filtering is they're going to see me each time, I reckon, as a bit of a port in the storm. They're going to see that huge space around me and they're going to come in right in front of me. It's not that big a deal. I like my space when really in any part of my life I like my space, but especially on the road, don't like other vehicles being too close to me. Now the other thing I suspect is going to happen too is that, okay, she's going across, is that motorcyclists are going to get intoxicated by this lane filtering. It's going to be awesome to be a motorcyclist, to go up the middle of the lane, get in the front of the traffic, and have all that empty road in which to fire through. And what I think is going to happen is that a lot of them, not deliberately, but will get so excited that on a single lane road, they'll start to undertake. And that's when it's going to come into conflict with cyclists whose, basically that's their primary space, is on that left kind of liminal space between the curb and parked cars or a lane. Yeah, so don't get me wrong, I support this change 100%, and I think it's a great idea, and I think it's really going to improve the traffic congestion. It's probably going to get more people using motorcycles, hopefully, because they can see the benefits of cutting through the traffic. And I mean, I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing what happens come January 30th. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.